Hey ye, hey ye, hey ye. Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 0, and the Spurs go marching on. Oh, when the Spurs go marching in. Oh, when the Spurs go marching in. I want to be in that. Anyway, I ain't gonna bore you with all that singing tonight. Just wanted to give you a quick match reaction to the Tottenham Bournemouth game. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Everyone that has been following me for months knows that I'm not really trying to shake my bum for Postecoglou. But I'm not gonna lie. This brother is growing on me. Arsenal since 1987. Big up to you. Thank you for joining. I'm not gonna lie. Tottenham. The truth of the matter is, and I'm gonna get onto the Arsenal game today as well because I watched that game and it was very, very dusty. And it looks like I ain't missed it, Meg, but man's predictions is starting to come to pass. But I am gonna touch on it. But Tottenham today, I have to say, any Spurs fan, let's be real. I know we're excited, we're happy. Based on last season, we're not really trying to get into it too much. We're not shaking our bum too much because we've been burnt. We got burnt under Conte. We saw Tottenham have a good run under Mourinho. It came crashing down. We saw Tottenham have a good run under Conte. It came crashing down. And to be fair, under Nuno Espirito Santo, we did win our first 3 games. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to state fact. So for me, I will start shaking my bum violently if after 7-8 games, Spurs is unbeaten and we're still up there. So, and in the midst of that, we've got a North London derby to contend with. But what I will say though is Maddison and Basuma and Sarr, what a partnership. I think what's going to be interesting is what happens to Sarr or what happens to that midfield trio when Bentancur comes back in Jan. Because remember, Bentancur is also cooking. Tottenham's midfield is looking mad right now. But I have to say, I've been saying it for the past 2 weeks, we do not have a bloody front three. I know Kulusevski scored, but he did absolutely nothing in this game. Son done nothing, and Richarlison was tripping over himself like he tied the shoelaces of his boots together. It was a disaster. And I know Postecoglou, big up to him. He's standing by Richarlison. I'm not hanging him out to dry, but the truth of the matter is, him as a number 9, that no make it. That is not working for us. Richarlison needs to be on the left, maybe try Son, or bloody hell, get us a striker, because this front three is not working for me. Get Eze in right now, bring in Matoma right now, and then man can rest easy. But Basuma and Madders, to think that Madders didn't really train with the squad until yesterday and put on that performance, batted it, what a through ball by Sarr, man just strokes it in. Nah, class act. You know, the one thing though, all Spurs fans must be regretting, because I'm really regretting this right now, is the fact that we didn't get to see Madders with Kane. The way this guy is, he is Ericsson 2.0. I swear down, this brother is sick. How does Maddison not start in England team? How is he not getting in? I know we were blessed with lots of talent with Jude Bellingham then, but when there was that kind of debate between him and Grealish, how come Madders didn't get in? Because this brother is something else. I don't know if I'm seeing something different in him, but Madders is hard. What a baller. Shame we don't get to see him with Kane. I believe if Kane was here right now, Kane would have scored at least 5 goals already this season, if not 6. Because Madders is that good, cooking rice. Vicario, who I called vicarious liability, bring that down. Vicario, he did all right. You know, 2 clean sheets in a row. What can I say? The only thing I will say, though, is I think as Spurs, I think the results is slightly flattering us. And you're going to say, what do you mean by this, Deji Spurs? Blah, blah, blah. We won 2-0, yes. But if you think about it, there was a spell where Bournemouth were cooking. If Man United had their shooting boots on, we lose that game. And we almost lost to Brentford. So I do feel that at the moment, Tottenham is benefiting from the fact that we are getting a little bit of the rub of the green. The football gods are kind of on our side as well. But who gives a damn? I'm not saying it's a negative thing. And to be fair, you can see, Spurs fans, we can all see where the holes are in the team. For me, it's definitely the front three. That needs to be sorted out. I would like to see Solomon come on. We got Perisic is kind of like the go-to man. I just don't know if Perisic is really that guy. Who did we bring on? We brought on Perisic. You know, we like to bring on Ben Davis. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we brought on Lo Celso today. It was all right. It was all right. Do you know what I mean? I weren't fully secure. I weren't fully happy. But again, by that time, Tottenham had pretty much won the game. So I think Spurs, we are fortunate. But what I will say to you, and I haven't said this, I'm going to give the props. Postecoglou, apart from the fact you are growing on me, sir, you are absolutely growing on, man. Let me tell you why. The way you compose yourself, the way you deal with the media is first class. But the way you're dealing with this team, this is the same team that Conte had, my brothers. Because I'm not going to say that Vicario is better than Lloris yet. I'm not saying it. And who else? Okay, we didn't have Madders. But let's say Madders and Kane, you know, like much for muchness. And then pretty much the squad. Do you get me? Okay, we didn't have Udogie last season, but that Udogie was not bought under my man. He was bought under Conte. That's Conte's signing right there. Do you get me? Pedro Porro, Conte's signings right there. So he is making, because the way I'm looking at Tottenham, I'm not sure we'll finish top 6. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not sure we're going to finish top 6. But he is doing the best with what he's got. And we've managed to get 7 points without a bloody striker. Let that sink in. If we are able to pattern a striker before the end of the transfer window, boy, oh boy, it's going to be interesting times. Now, for me, in the market, we need to be going for, I don't give a damn I don't give a damn if we get Ollie Watkins, to be honest. With the way we're cooking and with the way Maddison's threading balls, it don't matter who we got up front. You know Tottenham is doing bits. But you know what? I have to say, big up to Spurs. We're joint top of the league with West Ham and Arsenal. And before I get into the Arsenal game, I just want to say big up to Tottenham. Let's keep it going. We've got Burnley next. That's going to be a difficult tie. But, you know, it's cooking. It's cooking in the right direction. Big up to my brother there from Arsenal since 1987. He's coming. Sat Arteta now. Take Havertz with him. I did tell you. I said to you that Arteta reminds me of the Rain Man. If you've seen Rain Man, it's Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise. And Arteta is Dustin Hoffman. What he does is he gets a box of matches, he pours them on the floor, and he picks them up and he counts them one by one. And when he finishes filling up the box, guess what? He pours it out again, counts it one by one. He is definitely on the spectrum. I don't know what he's doing. And I said to you that Havertz is going to be his Achilles heel because in his quest to play Havertz, he's going to sacrifice side in midfield, which is Partey playing this inverted wing back, which just doesn't work. And you, man, could have got slapped up by Fulham today. To be honest, the fact that you let 10-man Fulham come back is a disgrace. And for me, the longer Arteta does this, the better. Because we all know, whether you're an Arsenal fan or not, we can all see with our eyes that this Havertz thing is going to be his Achilles heel. The sooner Arteta reverts back to norm is the sooner Arsenal start popping and doing what they do. But as for me, Long may it continue. Arsenal wanted Maddison and Arsenal, but we ended up with Havertz. Bruv, I'm not going to lie. We got Havertz. We got Maddison on a steal. 40 mil, 45 mil. Joke thing. That brother there is worth 80 mil. 80 mil. The fact that we got him so cheap, and you, man, could have got him, because this guy was running joke on Tottenham before he came to Spurs, but now he loves the shirt. And you went for Havertz. Woe unto you. Sometimes you can big up yourself so much that you think you can just work with anyone and anything. That's Arsenal right now. They really, really think that this squad that they've got is capable of challenging from the league. I've been saying it for months. I've been getting trolled. People have been sending me letters, all sorts of mad things, DMing me, getting bloody blocked and reported. But now we are going to see Arsenal's true colour. I don't feel sorry for you, Arsenal fans. I don't feel sorry for you because I done told you this was going to happen, and it's happening. And right now, Sarr, Basuma, Maddison are cooking. Yeah, they are cooking. And right now, I would have to say Basuma is the best defensive DM in the Prem right now. He's better than Partey. I'm going to say it. I've come out with it. You might say, well, Partey is, but we ain't seen him there. We're not seeing him there. We don't see Partey playing the defensive, the DM role. So what do we have to compare? So for me, right now, it is on. Arsenal, keep doing what you're doing. Postecoglou, keep doing this. Just remember, peeps, Richarlison, I'm going to have to just eat some humble pie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. I've made a couple of bets that Richarlison will score more goals than Nketiah Catty. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's looking kind of techie right now. But big up to everyone. Big up to MUFC Global. Thanks for being in the building. MUFC Global, you know you weren't gonna show your face. Because when you were 2-0 down, I was bedding up. I was laughing. Dusty Man United again. But you, man, with the juju that goes on there at Old Trafford, you managed to get it over the line and get a 3-2 victory against Nottingham Forest. But truth be told, no Man United fan should be shaking their bum for beating Nottingham Forest at home 3-2, coming 2-0 down. It really is a disgrace. And you made Awoniyi look like Ozyman. I'm not going to lie to you. Awoniyi has been cooking nicely. Yeah, please. Thank you, Arsenal, since 1987. Love. Big up to Hashim as well in the building. Definitely, I can see all the big guns coming out to play. Obviously, Chelsea doing their thing against Luton. I don't expect any Chelsea fan to be shaking their bum violently. You got the 3 points. That's what counts. But let's be real. It was Luton. And when you got Luton, you know what I mean? We know Luton's going back down. Bless their cotton socks. They are really, really trying. MUFC Global saying Man United are the comeback kings. I don't know. I don't know if Man U are the comeback kings, to be honest, because it's been a minute that I've seen Man United come back from behind, especially from 2-0 down. I just think it's worrying signs. The fact that you conceded 2 goals from Spurs, the fact that you've let Nottingham Forest score 2 goals against you in your yard, it means that you, man, have got defensive problems. People are telling me about Wan-Bissaka, but let's be real. Varane and Martinez, that combination right there isn't working. And I don't think Luke Shaw was injured. And I think Dallo kind of started today for Man United. So, yeah, but that whole midfield thing is not working. Mason Mount was replaced by Eriksen because Mount is injured. You started with Rashford on the left. Martial, he's been there, 15 years at Manchester United? Come on, man. You don't need to freshen up. Freshen up. The only shock result for me this weekend is West Ham cooking Brighton. The way they slap them up, them wrestlers, that's what I'm going to call West Ham. They're just a bunch of WWF wrestlers, and they use their wrestling strength to just be barging people out the way. Mikel Antonio is AKA the Incredible Hulk. What can you do when you've got a striker. He's a beast. Do you get me? You like, there's nothing you can do. The man is just he's just a bodybuilder. But big up to them. The system is working. Paqueta is cooking, and those are West Ham. That's two respectable. They beat Chelsea 3-1. They beat bloody Brighton 3-1. I'm gonna have to put some respect on their name. And they lost their boy Declan Rice, who at Arsenal, it's just another side. I'm gonna say sideman, but I don't mean him as a sideman. But all he's doing is side to side. To be honest, Arsenal fans must be going absolutely bonkers right now. To be honest, the whole league is bonkers. If you don't ask me. MFC Global saying, look, man's gone into a Tottenham match reaction into the bloody weekend's games reaction, but we got sloppy, but the midfield is the problem. Mind you, we have injuries. Yeah, you guys got bare injuries, but let's just be real though, MFC Global. Your injuries is nothing like the injuries that Chelsea have. Chelsea got the most injuries right now, to be honest. If you think of the man them that Chelsea have missing, Balashile, Nkuku, the list, there's a tremendous list of Reece James. Oh, no. Chelsea got man them missing. When them man come back, it's long for all of you. I just hope we get to play Chelsea before these guys start coming back from injury, because that team right there is dangerous. Although I'm not sure about their striker, Janet Jackson. Sorry, that's a poor joke. But the Jackson fella, he's all right, but he ain't no Drogba. And I know he's not supposed to be drugs, but really, you wanted a Drogba really up top. And I'm not sure that Jackson is the guy. But I'm looking at Hashim's comment right here. Bro, I ain't trying to gas. We undeservedly lost to West Ham last week. Yes. But I just ran away with this week's points. I wanted more goals, but we weren't to be. We need to be clinical. Yeah, I kind of agree. Obviously, we knew that the Luton game was gonna be guaranteed 3 points. Anybody that had put a bet, you had to be a Luton fan to think you might get a result in that game. I do think Adebayo though, that he's not a bad player for them, but apart from him, it's looking long for them, to be honest. It's looking very, very long. So yeah, you were unlucky against West Ham. I agree. If Enzo scores the penalty, we're probably speaking about a different game. But you got the points. What we can see though is you are creating chances. You're utilizing Sterling well. Yeah, it just doesn't feel. I'm not sure about what I'm calling the French painter, Gusto. He just looks like a painter. In all honesty, I can't even lie to you. I'm not sure about him. He's no Reece James. He don't do the overlapping runs, so that's an issue. The other fellas, yeah, Gallagher as well. He's doing all right, but I don't think it's really quite working for him. Him and Enzo, I don't think they're cooking together. I think he needs someone else. Caicedo, I'm not gonna lie, he did okay, but he don't look himself. Obviously, it's a new club, and if he settles down, he can really do bits. I think Chelsea got a lot of potential, but I'm just not so sure. I had Chelsea to be top 4, but I'm really not really sure about that. So we'll see. But big up to my bro, Anthony Herbert, in the building. Arteta out. Anyway, big up. Bro, I told you. Anthony, you know I've been calling it. Bare people have been trying to troll, man, like I'm some clown. I told you that Arteta will shoot himself in the foot, and he shot himself in the foot with this Havertz thing. And the longer he does it, the more you will suffer. The other thing, though, is you guys ain't really trying to shoot. You get to the final third, and you've gone back to this ticky-tacky on the edge of the box. That for me is quite concerning. For you Arsenal fans out there, I just watched the game. You should be concerned. What a cheap goal to concede, the equaliser from Polina, given that they were down to 10 men. Should they even be attacking in that way? But I don't know. Arsenal are missing something for me so far. But what do I know? You're saying, do you think Luton could beat Tottenham? Anthony Herbert, come on. I know you have jokes. Luton is going to get slapped 7-0 by Spurs. Well, not Chelsea. We're going to muller that team. That team, I don't want to say they're dusty because they're not. But that team is a small fish in a big pond. I need to be polite about Luton, but they're not ready for this. You can see that them players were shocked yesterday. Like they've got 40,000 seats, 50,000 seats at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, man. Them guys are like, they're like us. They're like fans. Me, if I was playing for Luton, I would have been standing at the dugout, getting everyone's autograph to sign my shirt at the end of the game, that kind of thing. So I think that's going on for Luton right now. Some people will say that's a bit harsh, but it is what it is. I mean, they've conceded 7 goals in 2 games? Yeah, and they've scored 1? Yeah, welcome to the Prem, Luton. It's long. And I can see many teams getting 3 or 4 past Luton. That one there for certain. So you've got my answer there, my brother. Anthony Herbert, big up. What another... Well, Arsenal, you guys are chatting to each other. Experiment FC. I just think you can't. Arsenal, you guys can't say you're experimenting because, for me, surely, as a manager, as fans, if the thing ain't broke, don't fix it. If the thing ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, I've got Arsenal fans telling me, I think it was Brandon or Tony Claude, shaking their bum violently saying, well, because Shibami Timbers is injured, it's going to have an impact on Arsenal defensively. And I went, hold on a sec. Hold on. The Premier League season ended May 2023? Who was Arsenal's centre-back pairing? I swear it was Saliba and Gabriel. Timber being injured, we don't want to see any player get injured, has meant that you reverted back to what bloody got you to second in the first place. So I'm not hearing that Arsenal are struggling with injuries. And why are you experimenting? You don't need to. You guys talked about strength in depth. Beginning of the season, there's plenty of time. You've got the FA Cup, you've got the Carabao Cup, you've got the bloody Champions League. You've got time to bring on Havertz and give him minutes. Why are you giving him minutes now? It's not necessary. It's not needed. But Arteta thinks he's Pep 2.0, wants to do this inverted thing, and there you go. Look, I don't give a damn, personally. I hope he continues doing this. I ain't even going to lie to you. I hope you can tell by Kitty Catty's face today, he weren't impressed. So, do you know what I mean? And he's not getting a sniff to start. We know what it is. So, yeah. So, and that's it. So, I'm just reading some comments. Deji, Arteta spent 700 million and this wannabe doesn't know his strongest 11 and plays the players in the right... play the players in the right position. Bro, honestly, it is comical. Because one thing I can tell you about Tottenham, what Postecoglou is doing is playing the boys in the right position. And, you know, one of the things you hear him talking about is the fact that he's not trying to complicate this thing. He's just trying to keep it simple, bro. Keep it simple. Basuma, you are a ball-carrying midfielder. Play your game. None of this Conte dusty rubbish where he's chained you and you can't kick ball and all you can do is walk from side to side. Go out there, boy. Go out there, son, and play your game. And you can see that in the Spurs squad. I'm not going to lie to you. We don't look solid, but it's working. And as long as it works, long may it continue. And I have to say, in 7 weeks, he's taken us away from that dusty football that we were under Conte and Mourinho. And Tottenham have got ball possession again. I think, again, 3rd game in a row where we had more possession of the ball. Mate, I haven't seen us have more possession of the ball for at least 5 years. And now we've had 3 games on the trot and 7 points. What a pleasure. Arteta spending 700 mil, doesn't know his... No, you know what it is? I think Arsenal since 1987, I think that's a little bit harsh. Arteta knows his strongest 11, but Arteta has a thing for Havertz. He genuinely believes that he can change this guy's life. You saw Havertz miss in the first half again today. He's been missing. That's what he does. He just misses opportunities, but he seems to think that he's got the Midas touch. He seems to think he's got it. But like I said, long may it continue, in my opinion, because everyone can see with their own eyes that this edict thing is not working. So, yeah, MUFC. The thing is, you say Arteta's days are numbered. I don't think so. I think Arsenal will get top 4, and he's still in. You know, he's got a project. However, I made a prediction on Brandon's show the other day that I thought Eric Ten Hag could lose his job. And for a good 15, 20 minutes, mate, at Old Trafford, if you lot had lost to Nottingham Forest, mate, Eric Ten Hag was looking like he's on the chopping board. I'm not going to lie to you. And the honest truth is, Man United fans cannot be happy with what they saw today. I mean, it took a penalty for you to get it over the line. For me, that's very concerning if you were a Man U fan. Look, everybody, make sure you smash a like, subscribe. Couple more minutes. Thank you for joining me, being with me. Oh, Arsenal since 1987 is going in. Arteta is another Spanish Oli. Yowzers. I have to agree with you, my bro. I have to agree with you. He is. And, you know, what makes me laugh is that Arsenal fans shaking their bum violently, cussing me, trolling me. When I told you this. What did he achieve last season? What did he achieve? He got you second, but nothing. He won the FA Cup after taking over Arsene Wenger. But I would say riding on momentum. Did Ranieri really, was he the architect of Leicester City's Premier League winning side, or really was it the geezer who was in charge before who had built a really strong Leicester team? I mean, that's for another debate. But, you know, I think there's questions to be asked. But I do think Arsenal have problems. And it's their own doing. Arteta. And if he doesn't change, I don't want to labour the point, but it's concerning for Arsenal fans right now. And it's quite funny to watch because Arsenal's level with Spurs. Who would have thought it? After 3 games level with Spurs last season, you ran away with it from the bloody beginning, mate. Now you're level. I'm just saying. This is an interesting one from my peeps. United for life. Big up to you. Welcome in the building. I think Man United humble Arsenal next week. Do you know what? I don't know. United for life. Under normal circumstances, I'm not going to lie to you. I would love for you, man, to humble Arsenal because the way they were quite rude. They were quite dismissive of the way they dealt with you guys last season, especially the game at the Emirates. The way they were just talking and shaking their bum violently, it was cringeworthy how Arsenal were dismissive of Manchester United. The problem I have is that you allowed Nottingham Forest, who's very dusty, I'm not going to lie to you. They are some dusty team. You allowed them to go 2-0 up and you were at home. I watched bits of that game as well. Eriksen, Fernandes, Casemiro. I don't know, man. I mean, that midfield must be at least, 121 years old? I think Man U have the same problems in midfield or have now what Liverpool had last season in that midfield. I think your midfield is your Achilles heel this year. And with about a week to go, who are you really going to bring in 3 midfielders that can sort out your midfield or even 2? You're not really. I don't know who Man United are linked to. Please let me know. It might make a difference, but that midfield cannot cope with Arsenal's midfield. I can't. I can see Arsenal slapping Man United violently. I don't want it to happen, but yeah, I can't. I really can't see it, my brother. I really can't see it. I hope they do, because that would be the funniest thing I've ever seen. But that midfield, no way. And I have a feeling that Arteta might just, having watched this podcast, I'm just kidding, and having watched my brother at Arsenal since 1987, he might, for that game, he's got to play Partey in the midfield. If he does this dusty right back thing, then he's a madman. Truly, truly, you need to slap his face. But I think after today's game, I think Arteta goes back to normal, because he can't be happy with the way that Arsenal started. But I will love Man U, but I don't think you've got enough in there at the moment. They're not gelling yet. If they were gelling, maybe, but I'm not so sure. So so Oli was better in my opinion. Oli got to the finals and lost, unlike Arteta, without much of to be fair, Oli still took a second, unlike Arteta and Arsenal, who spent millions. Yeah, no, to be honest, it was the Man U. It was the Man U fans, and it was Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo is the person that got rid of Oli. And you remember, you finished second, because I look at the Man United team, and it just looks like a bunch of you don't even look like a team. You're just individuals, but it's not a great team. Like, I don't rate Varane. I don't rate him as a defender. I don't rate Martinez. I don't rate Luke Shaw. Wan-Bissaka is aight. Casemiro is aight. He's not the Casemiro, the young gun. He's older now. He's a little bit like Thiago Silva. These men are just trying to squeeze out the last little bit of juice. Then you've got Mason Mount, who wasn't on form at Chelsea. You've got Eriksen, who isn't the Eriksen of Spurs. Let's just be honest. He's not the same guy. Fernandes isn't the Fernandes that tore up the league when he came in. He's not. He's looking a little bit dusty. Then you've got Martial, who's been there for 15 years. You got Rashford, Garnacho. I mean, come on, guys. For Manchester United, the team that had Paul Scholes, David Beckham, Roy Keane, Dennis Irwin, McAllister, bloody hell, Mark Hughes, Varane, Kante. These are names. You ain't got those names right now. You ain't. You're pretending to yourselves that this team can do something, but this is not. You lot aren't. I was speaking to a Man U fan yesterday, and he said, this is it. You man might have to just keep reminiscing on the good old days, because you guys, Man U right now, are in the doldrums. You lot aren't in the conversation. The only conversation that you guys can talk about, and this is not a diss, but if you're true to yourself, if Tottenham had the players you have, I wouldn't be happy. I prefer Tottenham's players to Man U's players. No joke. I think the only player I take from Man U, I take two players from. No, I take three. I would take Wan-Bissaka. I would definitely take your keeper over our keeper. I think Onana is hard. And I'll take Rashford. That's it, man. I want to take anybody else from that Man U team. That team is dusty. Dusty. So I put differently, if Oli had Arteta's squad, he could win the league, or at least have won a domestic cup. Just saying. I don't rate the Arsenal squad either, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's not as dusty as the Man U squad, but I don't rate that squad. I still think, does Oli win with them? I don't think he does, bro. I just think there's something missing in that Arsenal team that doesn't give it to him. Amrabat, if you get him from Fiorentina and this other brother from Bayern Munich, yeah, if you get them, yeah, something. But whether, how does that look? How does that work in your midfield? That's what I want to know. How does that look? How does that work? Because it looks dusty. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure. Even if is Amrabat the answer? Something ain't right at Man U, man. Something ain't right. That's all I'm saying. If you can do a job on Arsenal, mate, I'll love it. If Arteta sticks with this system and play Partey right back, Man United will beat us. 100%. No. Do you know what it is? It's even though I see Partey struggling, I know what you're saying, but is Rashford gonna tear up Partey on the wing? I don't know. Partey is hard. He is good at what he does. It's a techie one, man. I just don't see that midfield having the ball. I don't care, even if he plays that system. The Arsenal midfield is going to have too much legs for Manchester United. Man, did you see their dusty performance against Nottingham Forest? Man U is dusty, mate. And I think the thing that's concerning me is that Erik ten Hag has had a season, meaning this is the season to kick on. But my man looks like he's starting again. And that there is what's scary for Man U fans. I don't think Erik ten Hag was the Messiah you thought he was. He definitely isn't. Big up to my brother, Anthony Herbert, in the building. Do you know what it is? I love my club. I love my club, Tottenham Hotspur. But I learnt my lesson last year. I'm not shaking my bum violently. But I will say, so far, so good. Get rid of that front three for Spurs, and we are cooking. If we had Martinelli and Saka, it's over for you, man. In fact, if we had your front three, Martinelli, Jesus, and Saka, I'd have pumped my chest. I'd have been saying we're challenging for the title. I would have been. But with Tottenham's front three of Son, Kulusevski, and Richarlison, no. It's not working. It's not working. But big up to you, bro. Thank you so much for the support. I really, really do appreciate Anthony Herbert logging in and just showing love. Thank you so much. MEFC Global in the building. Casemiro may be older, but he's still world class. Oh man. Oh gosh. Yeah, but he's not Casemiro. I feel you need the Real Madrid Casemiro. If he was the Real Madrid Casemiro, bro, I would really take that comment seriously. But, bro, he was getting... Bro, remember the Tottenham game, man? He was getting put in a... As expressions will say, he was getting put in a spliff. Bissouma was making him spin around like Kylie Minogue. So, I mean, I know he scored today. I don't know. But you got Casemiro and Eriksen, bro. That's the problem. You can't be playing them two, man, and thinking you're going to do something against Declan Rice and Odegaard. It's not going to happen. It really isn't. It's not. But, you know, you're telling me put some respect on Fernandes. Yeah, Fernandes is a baller. I like him. In fact, I wish Tottenham got him, but they didn't. What I am saying, though, is that Fernandes has not reproduced the same form he did in his first season at Man U. Unless I'm wrong, or unless I've been watching, unless, you know, I was in a coma, I haven't seen that. Yeah, MEFC Global, I'm telling you, man, will get slapped up if you're not careful, bro. I'm just keeping it real. Big up Longhead, Yeti in the building. Definitely big up. Stop shaking it. Bruv, I'm shaking my bum. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just not shaking it violently. I'm shaking my bum, but I'm not shaking it. But what's up of the league? Whether you like it or not is a fact. I'm not going around saying, no, Tottenham's top of the league, we're going to win the league. No, I'm not saying that. But we've taken 7 points in our first 3 games. I'm allowed to do a little shake of the bum. Definitely. A little shake of the bum is necessary. Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal can keep the ball. Ten Hag will just pack the midfield. Yeah, but what I'm saying is with who? If he plays McTominay, I don't know why he's not playing McTominay, you know. This brother there is a beast. You need a McTominay in that midfield. I think if he plays McTominay, do you know what? Hey, I'm sure Man U fans, aren't you lot missing Fred? I'm sure you lot are wishing you had McTominay and Fred in that midfield right now. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sure. Big up. Loving the chat. Big up to everyone. Big up. Imagine Jesus, Ivan, Tony, Martinelli, Saka in our lineup. Yeah. If you get Tony, it's long. It's long for everyone. Jesus, yeah. Look, your Arsenal's attack is fine. Where you man are going, all Arsenal need to do is just do what you did last season. You decide if you get Ivan Tony, it's either or. It's Jesus or Tony. You know, you decide. You know, you wake up at the bed, you put your hand out, Tony today. Yeah, calm. But you know, the point being made, you keep playing Partey at this inverted right wing back. The other thing is, I just think, can't these managers just be original? Why are we all copying Klopp? Even though Emerson Royale scored against Brentford in that inverted role, it was pissing me off that he was playing the inverted role. I mean, he's not that guy. And we've got Porro kind of doing it, who's a bit more... He can't defend in it, so that's probably why we can justify him playing that role. But again, like, just be original, do your thing. The reason why Trent does the inverted is because the guy can play midfield. The guy he sprays the ball. If you're not a sprayer like Emerson Royale, even Partey, I wouldn't say Partey is a sprayer. He's just a destroyer. He's there to break things up. So why are you doing that? That's the thing. These guys are getting paid mils to just do dumbness. I can't believe it, mate. I'll do the job for free, man. These lot are just getting paid for nothing, mate. Shameless. I'll do it for free. Here to there. Big up to you, my bro. Have Ange out there showing... God, man, Arteta, how it's done. Arteta is a disgrace. You're going to roll us up in the dark. Bruv, I'm not going to lie. Postecoglou, he's growing on me, and he's giving me confidence. You know, like Tottenham needed a father figure. I said that the other day, and somebody laughed. I think it was Nigel from One Touch. He was laughing. So what are you laughing for? Sometimes these players need someone that can just hold them, you know, and get the best out of them, and that's what Postecoglou is doing. Here to there, I can see what this guy is cooking. I'm just hopeful that Tottenham are able to get 3 attackers over the line. If we can bring in Eze and a striker, I would be looking forward to that derby. But right now, with Richarlison, Son, and Kulusevski doing the nonsense they're doing right now, which is absolutely nothing, it's looking like a 1-1 draw in the North London derby. But we'll see. We're cooking in the right direction. Ten Hag has struggled, mate, to implement his Ajax football. Bringing in Mount was a mistake. The midfield don't make sense. We still have ballers like Fernandes, Martinez, Onana, Casemiro. Well, bro, the problem you had is that this brother thought that he could turn Manchester United into Ajax United. You can't just bring all your players, and that's basically what he's done. Because I think did Onana play for Ajax as well? Like, how many Ajax man has this guy brought to Manchester United? At least 6. It's getting a bit ridiculous. You can't do that. The Premier League is a total different ball game. But again, Erik ten Hag is suffering the same thing that Arteta is going through. When you buy a player, you want to show the world that that player has to play. The other thing is, the conspiracy theorist in me will say that maybe Arteta didn't want Havertz. Maybe Ten Hag didn't want Mount. Maybe it's the club making them buy players. It transpires that Jed Spence, who I love, who I think deserves a shot at Tottenham, we know it was never a Conte buy. It was the club that bought him, and he didn't get a sniff anyway. Maybe that's what's going on. Who knows? But Fernandes, Martinez, Onana, yeah, they're ballers. Casemiro, baller. Rashford. I don't know about that Varane, brother, to be honest. I don't know about Varane. But, yeah, you guys got some players, but for Manchester United, not enough. The fact that you can only name 6 players is the problem. Manchester United of old, you had 11 ballers. Now you got 6, which is half the team. That's your problem. James Maddison has been the best player in the Premier League this year. There's no debate. I'm not going to lie. Who's cooking more than Maddison right now? I would go as far as to say, who's better than Mads and Bissouma? Who? Because them 2 brothers right there are ready for anybody. Them 2... I don't know if you were here earlier here today. I said it's a shame that Kane left. Kane had to go because we weren't offering anything. But could you imagine if Kane was still at Spurs with Madders cooking the way that he's cooking? Oh, gosh. It's long for all of you. It would have been... Kane would have banged 6 already. In fact, I would have gone as far as to say that Kane would have scored more goals than Haaland this season with Maddison in our squad. I swear down to you, he would have scored more goals than Haaland. Part of me, he had to go because he gave Tottenham, he gave Levy bare chances, and just our luck, innit? Sod's law. The time we probably get it right, or Levy gets it right, our talisman goes, innit? Just Sod's law. Had Postecoglou come a year earlier, mate, we could have been singing a different hymn song, mate. We could have been singing a different song. Couple comments before we wrap up. Last few comments. Pedro Porro was actually superb defensively today. Ange's working miracles. To be fair, I'm not going to lie. You can see the work. You can see the work. And, you know, Porro is good guy. Yeah, bruv, I'm not going to lie. He's making... I think the true test of a good manager is when you can work with the squad that you got. The issue we had under Conte is that dusty guy couldn't work with the squad that he got. And he was insistent on this 3 at the back, even though he didn't have the players for it. You can tell, and I used to always say, a good manager is able to look at his players and come up with a system, i.e. Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe looked at Joe Linton and said, bruv, you're not a striker, my bro, but you're a wrestler. And actually, we need wrestlers in the midfield. Joe Linton's a different player, mate. Different gravy nowadays. That's a good manager. Postecoglou, looking at the thing, you know what? I might have to invert you because you can't defend. But he's also working on them to defend. But that Van der Ven, I think what I like, do you remember I said last year, Tottenham were in no man's land? We're not ready to spend big on players and we weren't ready to get unknowns. So we were just in limbo. I like the fact that we're buying unknowns. Vicario was an unknown. Bloody hell, he's got 2 clean sheets. He's got more clean sheets than... he's got clean sheets. He's got 2. He's letting only 2. So far, so good, in my opinion. Bloody Mad is doing his thing. And, you know, he brought in Solomon. He's not had a sniff yet. Lo Celso, all of a sudden, is a different player. But under Conte, look at Sarr. We had this quality. I've been asking for, where's our Saka? Where's our Martinelli? We had Sarr, our young gun. We've been having him. Postecoglou giving him a sniff. A bit like Pochettino with Colwill. Colwill, what a defender. Do you know what I mean? Under Graham Potter, Colwill was sent out on loan. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's the difference, my brothers. Even Gallagher weren't getting a sniff in that Chelsea team. So, you know, managers are managers. So, he is working miracles, I have to agree. Arsenal since, last few questions. What are your expectations for Tottenham this season? Win a trophy or get top 4 or no bullshit with you? Wow. No, on a level, I have no expectations for Spurs, if I'm being brutally honest for you. I think I had predicted early in the season that we'd probably finish 8th. I had no hope. And when you look at our front three is dusty. Let's be real. We're getting results, but we are riding our luck. I think, based on what I've seen, Tottenham get Europe. I think we get maybe 6th or 7th. I think Champions League is 5th. I don't think we get Champions League football. I think it's plausible, though, that Tottenham get Europa League. I don't see us winning a trophy just yet. I think we are 3 players. If we had our front 3, I would have told you we would have even brought home the Carabao Cup. But when you see that the final of the Carabao will probably be against Chelsea or Liverpool or, you know, one of the big 7, could even be bloody Newcastle. It was Newcastle, Man United last year. Could even be Brighton. Can this Tottenham team beat Brighton? I don't know. I don't think so. Not with the front 3 that we currently have. So for that, I think Tottenham will do well to finish in a Europa League place without a trophy. I'll take that. It's a step. It's progress. It's not anything to be shaking your bum about, but it is progress, and that's all you say. If he, by some bloody miracle, he gets Champions League football, then he's the Messiah. And if he's able to get Champions League football and bring home a trophy, then bloody hell, this brother, Postecoglou, could be up there with Pep. But, you know, jokes aside, yeah, I think Europa League is probably the best that Spurs fans at the moment, with the squad that we got, that we can hope for. Brentford want 80 million for Tony, but he's not worth that, I reckon. But he's a good player. Yeah, Tony's not worth that. For me, real talk, Tony's 50 mil. You know what I mean? There's no guarantee that he's going to come to Tottenham or Arsenal and be banging in goals. You got to also think that I've noticed that, and you're seeing it with Declan Rice. There's some players that are just suited for small clubs. Wilfried Zaha went to Man United and we couldn't see him. We could not see him. We went back to Crystal Palace. He was the big fish and, you know, he did his bits and now he's off to Galatasaray. There's some, I said at the beginning of the season, I'm not sure Declan can do it. He's not the main guy at Arsenal. He's not. And you can see he's just doing this little side-to-side thing. He might prove me wrong. But is he going to do like a Jude Bellingham is at Real Madrid? That's how you know that boy is quality, because look what he's done. He's gone to Real Madrid and he's just cracking on with his job. But Ivan Toney, he could step up and crumble. And then what a waste of money that would be. I think Ivan Toney is a risk. A lot of people are going to say, look at him, he's chatting rubbish. But hear me out. I think it's risky to get Ivan Toney. I don't think it's guaranteed goals. He'll score a few, but is he going to give you 20-plus goals at Arsenal? I don't know. Is he going to give you 20-plus goals at Spurs? I really don't know. So, therefore, I wouldn't spend 80 mil on him. I'm not going to lie. Havertz definitely weren't worth 65. Onana was at Ajax. Bloody hell, mate. This Ten Hag, mate, what is he gonna? You might as well get all the players that he used to. Basically, what he wants to do is get his bloody Ajax team and make that the Man U team. And that team could never compete. That team can't do. That Ajax team was good, but that's good for Holland or the Netherlands, not good for the Prem. Ten Hag could. Man U might not finish in the top 5. That's legit. That is legit. He said Maddison isn't what? Maddison isn't the best right now. He's one of, but not the best. Bruno is better than Maddison. And are you dusty, bruv? Are you smoking bush? Are you telling me that you legitly think that Fernandes is better than Maddison? I think I saw on Sky Sports that they asked Kevin De Bruyne to rate 3 of the attackers, the best attackers in the league. And one of them was Odegaard. One of them was Maddison. I can't remember who the third person was. Please, someone in the chat tell me the third person was. Was it Fernandes? I don't think it was Fernandes, bruv. Don't be telling me that Fernandes is better than... Never. Even by your peers. Kevin De Bruyne, the best of the best, is talking about Madders and he's talking about Odegaard. I don't think he's talking about Fernandes, my bro. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it is the truth. Facts, Dej. I was thinking the same. If Kane stayed and Maddison stayed healthy, I think you'll be dark. Bruv, you got to think we ain't got no striker. We've got nothing. We are rubbish. Son is gone. I don't give a damn. Son is a legend, but I've been calling it from last season. He shouldn't be starting. Kulusevski has been slapped up by Space Jam. This is like the Michael Jordan movie. I need to take a team. I need to take a squad of people. We need to go into space. We need to do battle with the aliens, and we need to bring back Kulusevski's talent. Because I don't know what's happened. That's not the same brother that came in blowing up the Prem. And Richarlison, I'm not going to lie, I fought for this guy. I even lost money on this guy in terms of him being better than Jesus. Right now, he is devoid of confidence. So right now, our front three is a non-existent. Could you imagine if Kane played against Brentford? Oh, gosh. Could you imagine if Kane played against Man U last week, we would have put 4-5 past them. Could you imagine if he played against Bournemouth today? Come on, no, bro. Come on, man. Come on. It's a tragedy. It's a shame. It's a shame, but we had it coming. We deserve this. We deserve this, but it's legit. Bro, Deji, Maddison isn't. Oh, no, I think I've answered that. He does. He says he does. 4 years he's been in the Prem, and the league is too hard for him. Facts. Yeah, come on, man. Keep it real. Keep it real. Havertz, I think we're talking about Havertz here. He's struggling, bro. Havertz is the type of player that should be playing in Spain. Look, not every player can hack it in the Prem. Let's just keep it real. Havertz is one of them. I think Havertz goes to Madrid or Barca. I think he actually starts banging in goals, funny enough. But he's not. He ain't ready for this. He ain't ready for the best league in the world. No, he's not ready. You can't be serious. Here to there is talking to. Yeah, I'm glad you're talking. Has not been near Maddison level this year. Maddison has dominated all 3 games. Thank you, bro. You literally just saying what I'm saying. MEFC Global is Man United on steroids. It's Saturday. He's had a few to drink. He's smoking a little bit of bush. And so it's kind of his judgment. But Maddison is by far one of the best players, if not the best midfielder at the moment. At the moment. Yeah, I can see the chat. Tony's worth it here today, saying Tony's worth 80 mil. I'm not. Declan's class, but nobody is Jude. Jude is Ballon d'Or. No, I mean, guy scored 5 goals in 3 games. He's gone into the Liga and he's making it look like a joke. We just need to get Havertz out. Then Rice can cook with Partey and Odegaard. I totally agree. Yeah, and I agree with you that Bellingham, at the way he's going, he's on his way. He's on his way to that Ballon d'Or. Question. Anthony, you're out of order, my brother. You are out of order. If I weren't a Spurs fan, what other team would you support and why? That's a good question, bro. I think maybe I'd have been Liverpool, I love the way Liverpool play. I loved it under Mane and Salah. That aggression, that flip-flapping. Yeah, Klopp for me, and what he did with Liverpool over the last 7 years, I think I could have been a Liverpool fan, bro. I really legitimately could have. I love everything about the club. Tottenham have no beef with Liverpool. We don't give a damn about Liverpool. They don't give a damn about us. We have some good games. Man U, I just never into them because I was never into glory hunting, if you think, because of my age. Man United were dominating when I was growing up. The Chelsea thing, they bought the league. Let's just be real. I'm not, they bought their success. Man City bought their success, so never. Arsenal, I hate their guts. Obviously, the rivals to Spurs. Who else is there that I've missed out? So it could only be Liverpool. There's no reason to not like Liverpool from a Spurs perspective. And also the way they gone about their business in building their squad was fairly reasonable. Nothing crazy there. Anyone could have kind of done that if they had foresight. Tottenham had the opportunity to bloody buy Mane, and we offered 30 mil for Mane. Liverpool put 5 mil on top, got Mane, and we know the rest is history. And then we bloody turned around and got bloody Sissoko. So, Tottenham had plenty of chances. We could have bought Salah as well, So it was our own stupid bloody scouting system and Daniel Levy, who's always trying to just do the cheap thing, that shot us in the foot, and the rest is history. But we could have bought some ballers. I remember Salah when he was at Basel, when Spurs played them in either the Europa League or the Champions League. He was running rings around us. I'm like, that's the sort of winger that we want. We could have got him. Do you know what I mean? We could have got him and we didn't. Was it Fernandes as well that Kevin De Bruyne had to choose from? Fair play. So them three. So how can you say that Fernandes? And it was Bruno that KDB. Did he rank Bruno first? You're lying. That just makes me look like a right plugger. Really? Did he rate Bruno first? He said that Bruno takes more risks like him. I think that's a bit of it. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that statement though. I hear what he's saying, but do you when you heard that That's probably why I forgot about it. Because that don't make no... I don't know if I agree with that. Does Bruno take more risks? Does he? He just looks like a safe pair of hands to me. I'm not too sure about that, my brothers. I'm not too sure. Long hair, bet you on the pigeon. Laughing like funny. Long hair, Jetty. Anyway, me and you gonna be doing bits. Your dusty team should have just brought it home 2-0 up at Man United. I thought you were doing it. I was gonna big you up today, and you let us down, bro. You let us down. But look, everyone, it's been a pleasure. I can't believe we did an hour. I was meant to only do 10 minutes. We did an hour. Thank you for joining the review on the weekend. Here today says, last comment, I was shocked when I heard KDB say Bruno. That's what I'm saying, bruv. Bruv, here today, me and you were on the same, we've been on the same page for a minute. We've been on the same page. That's probably why I forgot he mentioned Bruno, because I'm thinking, what? You're chatting some garbage about Bruno takes... What risks? What risks has he been taking, bruv? I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing the same things. I know I don't really watch Man United too tough, but I'm sure Man U fans would agree with me. He don't. What risk is he talking about? But yeah, now big up to you, Longhead Jetty. You know I'm definitely going to get you on a show very, very soon. That is a big boy promise, especially when Spurs play Nottingham Forest. But everyone, thank you for joining. Wrapping up on the weekend's actions. We've got more games tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be on with a few special guests, chopping it up with Deji Spurs. So please, if you get a moment, I know it's the weekend, please join and let's keep the conversation going. But I have to say, it's been a great start to this Premier League season. It's the best Premier League season so far, and there are more twists and turns coming. Arsenal almost had a twist and turn today. They brought it. Man U almost got shock of their life. And West Ham slapped up Brighton. Thanks for mashing up my accumulator, Brighton. So there's more to come. Don't sleep on it. And thank you very much for joining. And we are out. Yes, I'll be with Brandon on Tuesday, where we are really going to be chopping it up on the weekend's actions. And actually, we're going to be seeing who's got the most points. So I hope you guys have commented and put all your weekend's predictions, obviously, before the games happen. And we'll see where everyone stands next week. Thank you and good night.